We must face realities to redeem Nigeria's leadership landscape, says ex-Governor Amosun. A former governor of Ogun State, Senator Ibikunle Amosun, has cited some of the numerous loopholes undermining the effectiveness of quality leadership in Nigeria, describing them as the realities Nigeria needs to face in order to have a prosperous nation. Amosun made this revelation on Thursday while speaking as a guest lecturer at the second Lam Adesina Annual Lecture held at Hall of Grace, Jogor Centre, Ibadan, Oyo State. While delivering his paper titled Sustaining a Legacy of Effective Leadership in Nigeria, the Imperative for Citizen Education, Senator Amosun highlighted that corruption, declining moral values, insufficient civic education, and poor public participation are the core challenges facing Nigeria leadership and education sectors.
What are the current challenges we face in both leadership and education? Before we can move forward, we must face our current realities. Nigeria today stands at a crossroad where both leadership and education show deep cracks that demand repair. In the sphere of leadership, corruption, weak institution, and poor succession planning continue to weaken public trust. Many leaders rise to power without preparation or a clear vision for service. The culture of impunity discourages accountability and makes honesty look like weakness. In education, the challenges are equally troubling. Schools in many parts of the country still lack classrooms, learning materials, and trained teachers. Strikes and poor funding disrupt learning and lower standards.
He, however, called for the need to tackle the challenges as he provided a tentative solution of embracing educational reforms to include civic education, ethics, and history in the curriculum to nurture responsible and patriotic citizens.
To foster responsible citizens through the cultivation of a sense of civic identity by teaching about rights, responsibility, and the structure of a democratic society. Education equips citizens with knowledge of their rights and responsibility. The third is to promote social justice. This goes beyond simple compliance to encourage individuals to question root causes of social problems and advocate for systemic change.
While paying glowing tribute to the late Alhaji Lamidi Lam Adesina, Senator Amosun described him as a man who personified the Omoluabi virtues of courage, integrity, and selflessness by living a life that brought hope and succor to the masses during his lifetime. He noted that Lam Adesina's life perfectly resonated with the choice of the topic, having spent years as an educationist and harnessed his progressive principles to governance, thus leaving a legacy of people-oriented, transparent, and accountable leadership.
Alhaji Lam Adesina during his lifetime embodied the Omoluabi ethos: courageous, selfless, disciplined, and ever committed to truth and public good. He was a teacher, historian, philosopher, and a politician who dedicated his life to the service of humanity and development of Ogun State and Nigeria.
He urged both leaders and citizens to renew their commitment to service, honesty, and accountability, stressing that sustaining the legacy of Lam Adesina requires active citizen engagement, strong institutions that reward merit and punish corruption, and a political culture that values integrity above personal gain. In his remarks, the President of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, represented by a special advisor on policy communication, Honorable Sunday Dare, described Lamidi Adesina as a patriot and a progressive icon who cared for his people, worked tirelessly for his state, and also prioritized the interests of Nigeria as a whole during his lifetime. The National Secretary of the APC, Senator Surajudeen Ajibola Bashir, commended the organizers of the event, said that the best way to sustain late Adesina's legacy is through the constant discussion about the leadership, good governance, and education which reflect the story of Lam Adesina.
We could not do more than be here to honor his memory, to honor his legacy, and to honor his selfless commitment to uplifting the life of the people, not only of Oyo State, but the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The way to sustain his legacy is to continue to bring to the fore the subject matter of leadership, subject matter of good governance, and subject matter of education, for which Baba Lam Adesina stood for.
He lauded the efforts exhibited by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in a bid to reposition the economy of the country, which according to him is creating a pathway for an instant comfortability and long-term prosperity. The organizers of the program thanked the dignitaries, speakers, and attendees for keeping Lam Adesina's legacy alive. They admitted that sustaining his legacy would not be an easy road to execute, but stated their readiness to continue his good deed and even lift it more higher.
An Herculean task, not a task that will be easy. Just pray to God Almighty to grant us the opportunity to be able to sustain it. It's actually a very big shoe that is bigger than my size.
Born in 1939, Alhaji Lam Adesina, fondly referred to as Great Lam, was a teacher, historian, and a politician who exemplified courage, discipline, integrity, and selfless service. Before his political career, he distinguished himself as an educationist, shaping generations of students. He later served as a member of the House of Representatives during Nigeria's Second Republic under the Unity Party of Nigeria (UPN), led by Chief Obafemi Awolowo, and was a delegate at the 1988 Constituent Assembly. He later served as a member of the House of Representatives during the Nigerian Second Republic under the Unity Party of Nigeria (UPN), led by Chief Obafemi Awolowo, and was a delegate at the 1988 Constituent Assembly. Lam Adesina during his time played a vital role as a member of the National Democratic Coalition (NADECO), advocating for the restoration of democracy following the annulment of June 12, 1993 presidential election. In 1999, he was elected Governor of Ogun State, where his administration was marked by transparency, accountability, and a deep commitment to the welfare of his people. His leadership left a lasting impact on the state, particularly in the areas of education and public service. He passed away on November 11, 2012, leaving behind a legacy of principled leadership and civic responsibility. Sheriff Oyewole, Television News.